Good morning, season's greetings. Good morning and welcome to the news at 7. I am David Obokwaseme. Deputy Governor Keke tasked Christians to promote peace at all times. Group calls for justice for victims of gender-based violence. Senate clears nominees of National Assembly Commission. And on the foreign scene, 62 Al-Shabaab fighters killed in U.S. air raids in Somalia. Christians in the states have been encouraged to be peacemakers and intercessors for divine interventions on the problems facing the state and the country. The State Deputy Governor, Dr. Nkemo Okeke, gave the encouragement during a Sunday service at St. Simon's Anglican Church, Nobi, Idemili South Local Government Area. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo has the report.
Deputy Governor Okeke described peace as the base of development in any society, called on Christians to be agents of peace and to shun behaviors or practices that breed hatred. Dr. Okeke emphasized on the commitment of the Obiano government to ensuring equal treatment of all denominations in the state.
So let's think about our life. This is the season of our Lord Jesus Christ. This is why we celebrate Christmas. He should teach us lessons. If we matter, just smile. A smile sends the right message. The prayer that we all pray is that death will not come out home. Illness will not come out home. Yeah? We will continue to pray it. Every day. We will continue.
Earlier in a sermon, the Archdeacon Nobi Archdeaconry and Vicar St. Simon's Anglican Church, Nobi, Venerable Dr. Oswald Ezekwere, while citing example with the biblical John the Baptist, who devoted all his life to prayers and evangelism, reminded Christians of the need to wake to their responsibility of soul winning for the kingdom of God at all cost.
The message of our Lord Jesus Christ. And what are we trying to get from there today? I na-achọ ịchọpụta na dịka John the Baptist ziri ozi a, okwu ihe aka ọ na-ezi na akwụkwọ oziọma John na that John chapter 1 verse 29 ọ sị, leenụ nwa atụrụ Chineke nke na-ebupụ mmehie nke gịnị nke ụwa. That is the message.
From St. Simon's Anglican Church, Nobi, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
The Anambra have been tasked to take steps to prevent fire outbreak in order to safeguard lives and property during the dry season. Kenneth Kuchko monitored the fire safety walk and sensitization rally by the State Fire Service, where the call was made, and reported that the work commenced from its headquarters along the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway through Aroma Junction, Amoobia by 6th Avenue, and Ekoka, Nkwamuenyi, and terminated at its headquarters. His report.
Work, which also had members of the Nigerian Institute of Safety Engineers, Anambra State Chapter, Smith City Rotary Club of Oka, and a music band, saw the distribution of flyers with messages on safety, which targets to enlighten people on fire safety during the dry season, and also containing emergency numbers of the state's fire service stations. In an interview at the end of the work, the Chief Fire Officer of the state, Mr. Martins Abili, said the real essence of the sensitization work was to reawaken safety consciousness and precautions to be taken by the people as the dry season are here, while also reiterating the agency's preparedness for any fire outbreak and emergency, hence the reason for their station's contacts on the shared leaflets.
Safety and awareness work, which is a program we tagged to reawaken the safety consciousness of Anambra during this dry season. That is the theme of the program. We decided to embark on this project so that we can inform Anambra that safety is important. And as we are in dry season, one of the safety measures is to abide by fire safety precautions. And again, generally, safety is very important because whatever we do at this season, if we don't apply safety measures, then it will lead to hazard.
Joining their voices on fire safety and prevention, Rotarian Chidi Obiodu of Oka Smith Club and Engineer Anayo Mozuka from the Nigerian Institute of Safety Engineers noted that they will use other avenues available to them in spreading the message of fire safety, prevention and precaution, while also urging those traveling to always switch off all electrical appliances and also to use qualified technicians and engineers in electrical installations in buildings.
My advice is people should know that fire kills. Avoid anything that will cause fire outbreak. And even if in the event of fire outbreak, try as much as you can to reach out to the numbers we already shared through the flyers today.
I want to advise the public is that most times people do leave their homes without switching off the appliances. And most times they leave all those appliances, they will travel, they will go so many places and they will come back. If there's any surge on the line, it can cause fire, which by the time they come back, all the houses are already erased.
From the state's fire service headquarters in Oka, it's been Kenechuku Chukwudi for ABS News.
The traditional ruler of Nteje Oi Council area, Igwe Roland Odebo, has advocated for justice for all victims of gender-based violence. Igwe Odebo made this known in his palace when a non-governmental organization under the aegis of Coalition of Eastern NGOs, Chengos, paid him an advocacy visit on gender-based violence and sexual productive health rights. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Koe was there and now reports.
Placards with inscriptions, "Stop rape, it is a dangerous act. Violence leads to death. Say no to early marriage. Sexual molestation and teenage pregnancy is evil," among others. Addressing the group, Igwe Odebo, who is the coordinator of traditional rulers of Southeast on gender-based violence, sued for peace, understanding and endurance among couples so as to eschew domestic and gender-based violence which can lead to death or put the family in disarray. He disclosed that the traditional institution have raised their voice against Osu caste system, early child marriage and other forms of violence meted against women in the society, stating that Ndigwe have taken it as a responsibility to spread the information and make laws in their various communities.
Domestic violence, rape, teenage pregnancy, discrimination on the ground of gender. Killing up women is against the law. Not just because they are weaker sex, because it's primitive.
The coordinator of the group, Barrister Shalin Waka, said as custodian of culture, the traditional ruler have vital roles to play in order to abolish gender-based violence in their various communities, and commended Igwe Odebo for always showing concerns on the cause and said his experiences on gender-based violence will help him propagate the message.
We have the recent Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act. This act on itself, prohibits all kind of violence against women and other persons, and also makes provision for compensation.
A member of the group, Professor Mercy Anibogu, has told Igwe Odebo for joining hands with them in fighting the obnoxious practices in Southeast, noting that the situation of molestation on women is becoming high, and commended Governor Obiano for setting up rehabilitation centers and seeing to end gender-based violence in the state.
From what you have said this morning, you can see that Igwe Odebo had been on the forefront of fighting the obnoxious practices within his community. Now, that of Southeastern State.
The group later went on campaign tour to Otocha Market, where they sensitized women, men and youth on positive attitude to life and to report any crime or violence against them. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
We move on now to Nsugbe, where over 700 graduates from Nwafo Orizu College of Education have been awarded with Nigeria Certificate in Education (NCA) and 96 others awarded Professional Diploma in Education (PDA) by the college. The event, which took place at the college convocation arena, attracted academics and government functionaries in the state. Njido Koe has the reports.
The graduates, Governor Willie Obiano charged them to be good ambassadors of the college and apply all they have learned for the growth of education in the state. Governor Obiano, who was represented by the Commissioner for Tertiary and the Science Education, Professor Theresa Obiekeze, announced the approval of construction of perimeter fencing for the college to avoid unnecessary encroachment and the construction of roads inside the college, saying that work will soon commence.
I'm here today to thank the parents of our graduates for laboring, toiling to make up and sponsor their kids to this institution. I understand how difficult it is, and I know some of you go empty, sleep without food to get your children here. I stand here to thank you, to appreciate you. Thank you very much for accepting to be trained, for accepting to be teachers, for wanting to train others, for wanting to be an educator. I appreciate all of you. I thank you for choosing this career. Thank you very much.
Earlier in her address, the provost of the college, Dr. Ifeyinwa Sebo, thanked Governor Obiano for awarding the construction of the college perimeter fencing and the roads inside the college. Dr. Sebo, who listed some of the needs of the college to include conversion of the college to University of Education, building of hostels, and awarding scholarship to indigent students, also reeled out some of their achievements since inception, including construction of a science, vocational, and technical education office complex, procurement of a Hilux truck through TED Fund, organizing schools and colleges, conferences, among others.
My dear students, today is the day to reflect on your sojourn through this great institution for the past 3 or 4 years and on what lies ahead. The contemporary world is fraught with a plethora of problems, especially for the young generation.
In their goodwill messages, the Deputy Rector, Anambra State Polytechnic Mbako, Dr. Njideka Obiekeze, and Deputy Registrar of Federal College of Education Umunze, Dr. C.C. Ugwogo, congratulated the new graduates and wished them the best in their future endeavor. In an interview, the best overall graduating student, Mary Cynthia Mmaduchebe and Veronica Nwogu, thanked God for giving them the grace to scale through the rigors of studies and came out successfully.
I feel very happy. I feel really blessed today. I really thank God. I give him the glory because he's the one that made all these things to be possible in my life. I really thank him.
I'm so excited because I have received the award and it will make me to go further and further.
Excellence Award to the best graduating student as well as presentation of gifts to Governor Obiano formed the highlights of the event. Njireka Okoye, ABS News.
The Senate has approved the names of nominees into the National Assembly Service Commission. Senate President Bukola Saraki announced the names of the 12 approved nominees yesterday. This was contained in a statement signed by Mr. Yusuf Orani Yonu, the Special Advisor, Media and Publicity to the Senate President. The approved nominees include Joy Emode from Anambra, who is being proposed as the chairman, Nuhu Musa Jigawa, Honorable Bilyaminu Yusuf Chenkafi Kebi, Barrister Femi Age Edo, Uthman Olakunle Taufik, Lagos, Prince Adeneko Olateru Olabegi, Ondo, and Ambassador Abdulaziz Sheikh Usman from Kwara State. Other nominees are Awalu Aliyu Ohindes, Kogi Henry Ode Adaba Ebonyi, Dr. Rufus Omire Imo, Honorable Biyamini Bumbot Bauchi, and Ahmed Achemi Boronu. The statement said that the nomination is in line with the provisions of Sections 3 and 4 of the National Assembly Commission Act 2000. The insurance industry recorded 22% increase in gross premium income year-on-year to 315 billion naira in the third quarter from 258 billion naira recorded in the corresponding period of 2017. Alhaji Mohammed Kari disclosed this while delivering the keynote address at a workshop for insurance journalists in Lagos. He said that gross claim figure for the period under review increased by 30% to 143 billion naira from 110 billion naira in 2017. Kari, who was represented by the Deputy Commissioner Technical, Mr. Sunday Thomas, noted that the Commission is rolling out various initiatives with the main objective of deepening and broadening insurance penetration in the country. And now to the foreign scene, the U.S. military has said it killed 62 Al-Shabaab fighters in 6 air raids on Saturday and Sunday in the vicinity of Gandash in Somalia's south-central Bandel province. The military's Africa's Command, AFRICOM, revealed this last night and said that the 4 attacks were carried out on Saturday, killing 34 fighters and 2 more on Sunday, which killed 28. AFRICOM said in a statement that Africa Command and their Somali partners conducted the airstrikes to prevent terrorists from using remote areas as a safe haven to plot, direct, inspire, and recruit for future attacks. The air attacks among the deadliest this year did not kill any civilian, the statement said. The United States carries out regular air raids in Somalia in support of a UN-backed government there, which has been fighting against an Al-Shabaab Liberian for years. Last month, the U.S. military said it had killed 37 fighters from the Al-Qaeda-linked group. And on sports this morning, holders Manchester City will take today's League Cup quarterfinal with Leicester City seriously, says manager Pep Guardiola, even though they are in a tight duel with Liverpool for the Premier League title. Guardiola, whose Premier League champions trail Liverpool by a point, says it is only winning trophies the club can get better, even if the League Cup is viewed as the 3rd most important domestic trophy in English football. The 47-year-old Spaniard concedes Liverpool may benefit from no longer being involved in the League Cup. Their next match is against Wolverhampton Wanderers on Friday, and if City progress, they will face a 2-leg semi-final in January. Guardiola said yes while answering a question at his press conference over whether Liverpool had an advantage in having a lighter fixture list. Guardiola said that those players who had played on Saturday in the 3-1 win over Everton will probably have to shoulder the responsibility of backing up against Leicester due to a growing injury list. Belgian star Kevin De Bruyne returned against Everton and should play again, whilst record goal scorer Argentine Sergio Aguero could start after a 4-week absence through injury. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. You can like us at www.facebook.com/absradiotelevision. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at absradiotv. Before we go this morning, the headlines again. Deputy Governor Okeke has tasked Christians to promote peace at all times. Group has called for justice for victims of gender-based violence. Senate has cleared nominees of National Assembly Commission, and on the foreign scene, 62 Al-Shabaab fighters have been killed in U.S. air raids in Somalia. On behalf of the team here, thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning, Anambra comes up shortly.